Hi children, today we are going to discuss how to draw ray diagrams. In order to know how to draw the ray diagrams, we need to know 4 cases how the reflected ray behaves based upon the direction of the incident ray. So we shall see, based upon the path of incident ray, how does the reflected ray pass when it gets reflected from the curved mirror. So what are those 4 cases? First, let me explain the 4 cases one by one such that you will be clear how to draw ray diagrams. First one, when an incident ray, from next onwards I will be abbreviating this incident ray as IR. Okay, when an incident ray passes through center of curvature, then the reflected ray retraces the same path. This can be said in a different manner also. Then the reflected ray passes back through center only. So from here to here, whatever it means, from here to here also, that means the same. We shall see this using a diagram such that you will understand how exactly the meaning of this would be conveyed in the ray diagram. So I am erasing this particular point. You can pause this video and you can write the point. Writing the running notes is very important. Just looking into it as a film does not help you. Science is not a film or a story, nothing like that. You have to note down the notes. Next to that, we are going to see the ray diagram based upon the point which was written previously. So let us take a concave mirror like this. So you all know every curved mirror will have a pole which is called as a geometrical center of the curved mirror. So we shall consider the pole of this curved mirror, concave mirror. Remember, if the mirror is in the KV region, then that mirror is said to be concave mirror. So this is the pole which we are considering. We shall try to pass a normal which is passing through pole, and obviously a normal will certainly pass through center of curvature. All the normals, they pass through center of curvature. Similarly, a normal which is drawn through pole is called as principal axis. So we are considering this principal axis, and upon the principal axis obviously there will be center of curvature, and half the distance between them it would be focus. So all this we have discussed in the previous class, previous session, where you got to know some important terms of this particular chapter. Here I am considering an object. As I told you, if the incident ray is passing through center, if you suppose the incident ray is passing through center, let me extend this mirror. Okay, so it is passing through center, then the reflected ray retraces the same path, means it will find the same path in the direction how the incident ray has come. That means it will pass in the same way like this in a backward direction. If this is the incident ray, immediately when it falls upon the concave mirror, curved mirror, then the reflected ray passes in the same path. So this is what the first point mean. You might have a doubt, sir, if you place the object between F and C, how exactly are you going to consider this case? So let me show you. If the object is placed between F and C, then how exactly you will draw the incident ray which is passing through center of curvature. See, still we are in case 1 itself. You are going to learn 4 cases today. 4 possibilities of incident ray. This is center of curvature. Let us take an object like this. An object is considered between F and C. Now if you observe, if you pass a incident ray in the direction, if it is passing through center of curvature, obviously do you find any mirror this side? No, you can't find any mirror. Then obviously you have to consider an incident ray which is passing through center in the direction of the mirror. If you consider a straight ray, you see, this is incident ray. It is not passing through center, but if the incident ray was extended back, if this incident ray is a ray which passes towards mirror. Always the ray which passes towards the mirror and falls upon the mirror is called as incident ray. This incident ray, obviously it is not passing through center, but if you extend back, it has to be in such a way that it passes through center. Now you can say this incident ray is passing through center, nothing. Then obviously the reflected ray will pass through center of curvature. Remember, so if this is incident ray from here to here, if this is incident ray, the reflected ray retraces the same path and passes through center of curvature. So this is the case 1 which you have learned. Let me repeat the statement 1, case 1. To draw the ray diagrams, you need to know this. So what is that case 1? When the incident ray passes through center of curvature, the reflected ray retraces the same path, or it goes in the same way how the incident ray has come, that is passing through center. Ante reflected ray malli center nunche pass avutadi ani meaning. Next we shall consider the second case. I am erasing this. Previously I forgot to notify the pole as P. I have told you where the pole is, but you just write at the point as P. Okay. Next, the second point. If incident ray is passing through focus, then the reflected ray, RR means reflected ray, will be parallel to principal axis. Remember, if the incident ray is passing through focus, obviously the reflected ray would be parallel to principal axis, would be parallel to principal axis. So let us see the same statement in the diagrammatic way. Same way I am going to draw a concave mirror. This should become a pole. The line may not be straight. Pole, focus, center of curvature. Okay, sorry, it's not this exact center. So this is pole, focus, center of curvature. Kindly go through the second lecture if you don't understand these terms. Okay, what are these terms? If you don't understand, go through the second lecture of reflection of light at curved surfaces. Let us consider an object like this. Same way, you can consider object anywhere upon the principal axis. It can be in a reverse manner also. Let be like this, let the object be like this. Sorry, why to take always above the principal axis? I am going to take the object below the principal axis. You can consider object below the principal axis also. If the incident ray is passing through focus, see, I am going to draw image of this particular, a ray. I am going to draw a ray from this tip. So the incident ray is like this. From the tip, the incident ray is falling upon the mirror like this. The incident ray is falling upon the mirror like this. Then the reflected ray would be parallel to principal axis. Remember, this is reflected ray, this is incident ray. Incident ray, reflected ray. So according to statement 2 or else case 2, if the incident ray is passing through focus, then the reflected ray is parallel to principal axis. This is principal axis, right? This is principal axis, and the reflected ray is parallel to this principal axis. Next to that, we shall see case 3. Try to understand case 3. See, all these 4 cases, if you understand, if you are able to understand all these 4 cases, then obviously it would be easy to you all to solve ray diagrams or else questions based upon ray diagrams. These ray diagrams are useful to solve problems even. See, remember where these ray diagrams are useful, all these in the tomorrow's lecture, means in the next session I am going to tell you. Okay, in the case 3, if the incident ray is parallel to principal axis, if incident ray is parallel to principal axis, then reflected ray would pass through focus. So this I am going to show you in a diagrammatic way. I am going bit fast now because all the terms were introduced to you. Pole, focus, center. Now let us consider an object over here. The incident ray is parallel. See, remember, this is incident ray. Incident ray always falls upon the mirror from object or else source. So this is incident ray which is moving towards mirror. Then the reflected ray must pass through focus. See, this is reflected ray. See, this is incident ray. This is incident ray which is parallel to principal axis. See, this is principal axis. This axis which I have drawn, that is principal axis. So this to this principal axis, incident ray is parallel. Then the reflected ray, see, this is reflected ray. This is passing through focus. Remember, the statement must be memorized or else the condition must be remembered such that it can be used while drawing the ray diagrams. Next, the 4th case. I am going to teach you 4th case. This is very interesting case. Remember, at the end of this particular session, I am going to tell you why the line retraces the same path. Based upon which law the line retraces the same path, I will tell you that. Okay. Now, fourth case. If incident ray is making an angle at pole with principal axis, that would be same as the angle made by reflected ray at pole with principal axis. So let me explain this particular statement with the help of a diagram. Remember, this is concave mirror. The mirror is in the cavity region. Silvering was done on the bulged part. Pole, focus, center. Now you see, you consider any object like this. I have considered an object like this. Let us consider a ray from the tip. You can consider from any part of the object. Okay, no need to worry. Why always the sir is considering the tip of the object as a point? You can consider any point as an incident ray from any point. But right now I am considering at the tip. Let it be like, the incident ray is incidented at the pole. Pole will become point of incidence. If you don't know what is point of incidence, point of incidence, try to go through the lecture number 1 where I have explained loss of reflection. There you go. Okay, the pole will become point of incidence. At this pole, the incident ray will make an angle with the principal axis. This is principal axis. This is the angle made by the incident ray. This is incident ray. Incident ray is making an angle. Let it be theta. Okay, and the ray will get reflected. This reflected ray at pole with principal axis, it will make some angle. That will also be theta. Why it is happening? Remember one statement I already told you. Principal axis is nothing but a normal which is drawn through pole. If it is normal, remember, if this is normal, what this angle is called as? This angle is angle of incidence. Right? This angle is angle of incidence. Obviously, the angle made by the reflected ray with normal, this is normal only, right? Principal axis is one kind of normal, but that normal is passing through pole. Okay, so the reflected ray making an angle with the normal, that is angle of reflection. Do you remember the first law of reflection? Angle of incidence must be equal to angle of reflection. If you have an incident ray which is making 60 degrees with the principal axis, then they may ask you to draw the reflected ray. Then what would be how would you be drawing the reflected ray? Just make a 60 degrees angle with the principal axis and draw a ray. That will become reflected ray of that particular ray which is making 60 degrees with principal axis. Now I have told you how exactly the reflected ray will retrace the same path if the incident ray is passing through center of curvature, right? So now I am going to say, if I have recalled the laws of reflection, first law of reflection, that angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. Based upon that law itself, the reflected ray is retracing the same path. Go to the first point of today's session discussion. ఇవాళ సెషన్లో ఫస్ట్ పాయింట్ ఏం డిస్కస్ చేసినామో ఆ పాయింట్ చూడండి ఒకసారి వెళ్ళి. If the incident ray is passing through center of curvature, then the reflected ray retraces the same path, or else reflected ray also passes through center. That's what I have told you. So why exactly it happens, you see. This is the explanation of the first case, okay? Focus, center. If some ray is falling like this, remember what do you mean by normal? A normal is nothing but which passes. Normal is a line from the surface. Normal is a line from the surface of the curved mirror which passes through center. అంటే ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఈ పాయింట్ ఏమంటారు? పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్సిడెన్స్ అంటారు. See the point at which the incident ray is hitting the curved surface, incident ray curved surface ని ఎక్కడ టచ్ చేస్తుందో దాన్ని ఏమంటారు? పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్సిడెన్స్ అంటారు. I'll ask you to draw a normal through this point of incidence. ఈ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్సిడెన్స్ x అనుకుందాం. ఈ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్సిడెన్స్ నుంచి ఒక నార్మల్ని గీయమని అడుగుతాను నేను. ఆ నార్మల్ ఎక్కడి నుంచి పాస్ అవుతుంది? See, ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు డ్రా ద నార్మల్. The normal was drawn, that will also pass through center, right? The normal was drawn, that will also pass through center. The incident ray is passing through the same path, you see. The incident ray and normal is same, means angle made by incident ray with normal, that is angle of incidence, is equal to 0 degrees. ఏమన్నా యాంగిల్ ఉంటుందా రెండింటి మధ్యలో యాంగిల్ ఏముండదు. ఆబ్వియస్లీ ద రిఫ్లెక్టెడ్ రే మస్ట్ ఆల్సో make 0 degrees angle. It won't make any angle at all. That means 0 degrees angle. If the angle of incidence is 0 degrees, angle of reflection will also be 0 degrees. అందుకే the reflected ray will pass through the same path. అంటే నార్మల్ తోటి 0 degrees చేసే విధంగానే పాస్ అవుతాయి. So kindly go through these 4 cases before we discuss how to draw the ray diagrams in the next session. That's all for today. Bye bye.